into our three-part breath. We'll take a big breath in through the nose and exhale through the nose. Our next inhale, we'll think of driving the air down deep into the lungs, pushing out the belly. Continuing the inhale into the rib cage, middle of the lungs, press the ribs into the back of the chair, get that feedback. Continuing the inhale, and then release completely, and squeeze the belly at the end of the exhale, drive the last of the stale air out. Inhale again to the bottom of the lungs, expanding the belly. To the middle of the lungs and open the rib cage. Feel the ribs expand under the arms. And then complete the inhale before letting go. Again, at the bottom of the exhale, squeeze the belly, drive the last of the stale air out. We'll inhale again to the bottom of the lungs. Push the belly out. Feel the diaphragm stretch. Continuing the inhale with the belly extended. See how much more air you can draw in by opening up. Exhale as you need to, taking that last moment to push out stale air. And we'll inhale again. Inhale, bottom of the lungs, expanding the belly. Inhale to the middle of the lungs, opening the rib cage. Inhale to the top of the lungs, filling up the chest may or may not rise, and hold your breath for just a moment. Then take a sip more of air and stretch the lungs themselves. And then exhale completely. If you can, continue to exhale through the nose. And then resume normal breath. And on your next inhale, we'll sit up away from the back of the chair and lengthen through the spine. Rock back on your sits bones. So you're stretching the small of the back. But you want to sit up straight and tall. So you're really tucking that tailbone under so that you're almost rounding the back, but keep the back straight. This will give the stretch to the small of the back. And then when you relax, you notice you'll automatically move forward onto the sits bones. So you rock back so that you almost have a curve to the back, but you're straightening the small of the back, that natural curve, and this provides a stretch. And then when you relax, you come forward. You can play with that one more time. If you feel like you're really getting too rounded, feel free to hold on to your knees or the seat of the chair so that you can really work on stretching the small of the back. And then come upright. Sitting up straight and tall. We'll let the head tip to one side. Lovely stretch for the side of the neck. You can let your hands hang down by your side if you like. You may notice that increases the stretch. Tuck the chin to the corner. Let the head drop and roll across the chest. Back and forth. Loosening up the back of the neck. The next time the chin is in the center of the chest, we're going to pull the shoulders back and press the nose to the left. It's going to increase the stretch in the center of the back. Relax the shoulders, and we'll lift the head straight up. Tilt the other side. Lovely stretch right along the side of the neck. Keeping those shoulders pulled down, especially if you're tight, they tend to creep up to protect. We need to keep the shoulders down. That's why we let our hands hang down rather than rest in the lap. Tuck the chin to the corner and let the head drop and roll. Back and forth across the chest. Chin in the center of the chest. Pull the shoulders back. Press the nose toward the lap. It's a great way to stretch the upper back without necessarily having to lift the hands above the shoulders, especially if you have shoulder issues. We'll relax the shoulders and lift the head straight up. Now let's roll the shoulders. Pull forward, lift up, squeeze back and down. Pull forward, lift up, squeeze back and down. Forward, up, back, and down. One more time around. And then reverse. Squeeze the shoulders back, lift up, pull forward and down. Squeeze back, lift up, pull forward and down. Exaggerate in all directions, really loosening up the shoulders. Sweep the hands out wide and high, all the way above the head. If you have shoulder issues, stop at shoulder height. If you can, bring the hands above the head, fine. Pull the shoulders down. If you have your arms out to the side, pull the shoulders in. So you're squeezing those shoulder blades together. We're going to take it to an extended arm twist. So twisting with the arms at center and come back to center and twist and come back to center. Long arm twist. Now with the arms extended, bend the hands into the chest. Notice the difference in the abdomen. And then extend the arms long again. Short levers versus long levers. We're going to twist to the other side. Make sure you're breathing. Bend at the elbows. It's a little bit of a break. And extend the arms out again. We'll come back to center and let the arms come down. Shake them out. We supported the weight of the arms, so we worked the shoulders. So you may want to roll them to release them. You may find it more comfortable to give yourself a hug to release your shoulders. So there's different ways that you can release the shoulders after working them. Shoulders, very sensitive. It's a joint we demand a lot of, but there's not as much support for the joint as there is for the hips. So you want to make sure that you take care of your shoulders. Show them some appreciation. Hands resting on the knees, seated cow and cat. Inhale, we're opening the chest, pushing the chest forward. Keep the tailbone tucked. Lengthen the chest. Exhale, round the back. Push the back of the chair, rounding through the shoulders. The head can drop. We'll inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. One more time. This time when you inhale to cow, hold here for a full round of breath. Lengthen the spine. Pull the shoulders down. Think of lifting from the top of the sternum up. Now, if you can, gently, carefully, and slowly, bring the chin up slightly. Just that opportunity to stretch through the throat. Breathing into this stretch, and then we'll exhale and round down. Let the hands and the head hang. If you want to bend forward over your lap, you can. If you just want to sit and round this way, you can. Again, letting the head and the hands hang. Tuck the tailbone. You may even push further back on your sits bones to get more stretch in your back. We're going to slowly stack one vertebra at a time. Try to keep the rounding in the back as you stack. Slowly coming up, that's going to give you more stretch. Slowly, slowly lifting up. And bring the head up. Bring the hands into the heart. Intertwine the fingers, we'll roll the wrists. and reverse. Flip the palms out, pull the shoulders back, pull the belly in. Lengthen again through the spine. Now we're going to pull the backs of the hands to the chest. Try to pull the hands apart, but don't relax the pull. We'll try to pull apart again. Slowly overcome the resistance of the fingers, separating the hands. Extend the arms so that the palms are facing backwards. Now you'll notice that my arms are parallel to my shoulders. When I press my hands back, I don't go very far. It's natural to lower the arms, and then you find a lot more stretch. So that's what you're going to do. You'll do it instinctively. If you try to stay up here and push back, you're going to hit bone on bone. You're limited. So you drop lower, and then you can stretch through the shoulders. Yeah. We could almost be, was it Titanic? Rose on the boat? Slight lift to the chin, extend through the chest. Just to get that openness in the front of the body, and then we'll release the arms and sit up straight. I don't know about you, but I'm noticing a real nice rush of warmth to my back, which is great, because that will help my back feel better. I see the nod. Thank you, Sandy. I appreciate that. So, great way to get extra blood. If you're feeling sore in your back, that's a great way to get that blood rushing to the back, help your back feel better. So just a simple press back, lift up the chest, and then hold it for a couple of breaths, and then release it, and you get that flood of blood to the back to help hopefully relieve any soreness that you may have in your muscles. We're heading into good weather, and I know a lot of you are gardeners, so I know that plays into it. Heels and toes. Heels up, and then the toes. Heels and toes. Aunt Rosemary, do you still have your scratch and sniff garden? You can just nod or shake your head. Yes or no? Bring the hands to the heart, engage the core, and stand up and come around behind your chair. Holding on to the back of the chair, I'm going to turn sideways so you can see me. We'll come up onto the balls of the feet, extend through the ankles up to tippy toes. Lower down onto the heels, lift the toes up. Try to stay as upright as possible. Come forward and lift. Lower and pull back. Come forward and lift. Lower and pull back. Holding, lifting up on the balls of the feet. Pull it, separate the feet a little wider, keeping the knees facing forward. We keep the heels lifted, bend the knees, tuck the tailbone, firing up these quadriceps, building some strength in our thighs. If you want to add the balance, you can let the hands hover. Breathing into this. We'll hold on to the chair and straighten up. Coming down onto the heels. Turning sideways to the chair. Feet are hips distance apart. Outside foot. Heel comes to the bum. Kick forward with a pointed toe. Heel to the bum. Kick forward with a flexed foot. Up and point. Up and flex. Point and flex. Point and flex. Warming up the leg. And we'll set it down. Now we're going to lift that knee to hip height. Foot is flexed. That helps to activate the quads. Press down through the heel. Bring the knee up to hip height. Press down through the heel. Lift. And press. Lift. And press. Lift. And set down. Little break. We're going to do 4 more lift and press. If you want to lift and hold, it's more of a challenge for the quads. That is your option. We're going to bring that knee up. Lengthen through the spine. The leg that you're standing on, that knee is soft. And press. Lift. And press. Lift. and press, lift, and set down, releasing through the hip. Nice. Bring that outside foot, step in front. Try to cross the midline if you can. We're going to push the hip away from the chair. Make sure all 10 toes stay in contact with the mat. Pull the shoulder or the chest open. Hand rests on the hip. Push the hip away from the chair and lengthen through the spine. It's very important to find the length in the spine here because that's going to give you the stretch along the side body. Breathe. It's amazing when we stretch. We hold our breath instinctively. I get to talk, so I know that's not an issue, but I catch it in my own practice, is that I hold my breath in stretches, and I really have to remember to breathe. Squeeze the oblique muscles and lift yourself up. Lift up onto the balls of the feet, and we'll spin around to the other side. Outside foot, heel to the bum. Kick forward with a point. Heel to the bum. Kick forward with a flex. Up and point, up and flex, point and flex, point and flex. Warming up the leg. And we'll set it down. Now this outside knee will lift to hip height. The foot is flexed. If you just let the foot hang there, you'll notice a difference in how the leg feels. So we flex that foot to get the muscles of the thigh involved. If we leave the foot hang, it's the little hip flexor. That's a lot to demand of that small muscle. Press down through the heel. Lift the knee up. Stand up straight and tall. Press down through the heel. Lift and press. Lift and press. Lift and set down. Release through the hips. Now we'll do 4 more, or you can lift and hold. Lift, stand up straight and tall, and press. Lift and press. Lift and press. Lift and set down. Release through the hips. This outside leg crosses over the inside leg. Try to get across the midline, but keep the hips facing forward. They're going to want to turn. Pull them back. That gives you some stretch in the back hip too. Lengthen through the spine. We'll push the hips away from the chair. Maintaining that spinal length gives you the stretch on the outside of the hip. Should feel good. This is a great stretch. Keep the chest facing forward as well. We don't want to have any twist in the torso in this time. Squeeze the obliques. We'll lift up. Come up onto the balls of the feet and spin around. And then come and stand in front of your chair so that your calves are touching the chair. So the feet should be hip distance or a little bit wider apart. Calves touching the chair, hands at the hips. We sink into chair pose. Tuck the tailbone and lift the chest. Nice. Press into all 10 toes and sink a little lower. Make sure it doesn't bother your knees. If it does, don't sink any lower. But this is, again, a chance to build up the quadriceps. And we're going to slowly and with control, slowly lower into the chair. And have a breath and a drink.
Hey everybody, this is Pastor G, and I am so excited about our partners who are sharing such great and awesome information with each and every one of you. And we realize and we are just thankful that we can provide this information because right now during COVID-19, this is important information that could benefit you, your family, and your friends. And so right now, I just want to let y'all know and remind those who did not get to see the latest webinar that we are introducing Alive International, which is designed just for our family that are 65 and older. It is called Alive International, and it is a private Facebook group that is designed just for our family that is 65 plus. And so we want you to jump on over and we want you to join that private Facebook group, because not only are you going to receive great information like what you just saw, but you're also going to receive additional information that will allow you to do things like have fun, connect with others, share information, and really support one another in the midst of what it is that we are going through. If you don't know how to find that page, it is okay. Just find someone, some young person somewhere who can get you close to that page, or you can reach out to us and we'll get you to that private page so that you too can take advantage of this great information. Again, this is Pastor G. We're opening up a brand spanking new private group called Alive International, and we want to share this with you. So make sure you connect with us. Make sure you go to facebook.com/Alive International, or just type in @Alive International, and you too can join this private Facebook group, and we can do Bible studies, we can do sermons together, we can share great information together, we can have fun together, we can play games together, all that kind of great stuff. And so we're looking forward to seeing you over there. So make sure you join as soon as you can so that you don't miss any of this great information. Again, I'm Pastor G with Alive International. God bless y'all. We'll see you in the private group. All right, peace.